For decades, if things get a little tough around Tucson, only 2 words are necessary. Bear down. And that's what the Arizona Wildcats hope to do in front of their homestanding fans today. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Line gets set, first down. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. From the gun, running back gets to give. Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll try the run. And the freshman does a great job using his technique in getting the man on the ground. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him and they convert. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line and they are threatening.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Bounced right back to them.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. Like, I got to get the football offense. Very lucky to get that football back.
Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. To throw, it's Reed. Buys a little time. He'll let one go down the right side. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1. Texas A&M going quickly. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. Number 10.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Texas A&M.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 37. Set to advance on the football.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
This offense has a second down play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Got a man. It's Thomas. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46?
And that's in Arizona.
Arizona has the offense humming, set up with another 1st down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the right. He's got it. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the 1st down.
As soon as he saw man coverage, he knew exactly where he was going with it. One-on-one with the post throw outside. Great job stacking the defender, using his speed, putting his foot in the ground to separate. And at that point, it was just a matter of locating the ball and making the catch.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Fafita. He'll throw it. It's complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Using the quick game. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 7, Arizona 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Wants to throw on third. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Crosses the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Texas A&M going up tempo. They'll run the toss. Across the 25, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there, and all of a sudden now this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking downfield, it's Reed. Touchdown, Aggies! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Appalachian State is ahead in this one, and we've seen this program pull off some incredible wins over the years, but they're not there yet. They're up by 7 over Coastal Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll...
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there and let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. He smashes his way through again. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that's why you hustle to the football. So many guys getting there, and yes, does he break some tackles and make a play, but the next guy flying in there, and he's trying to break all these tackles, but all these guys, and what happens? All these guys got their hands near the football. Somebody gets a hand on it, forces the fumble, forces the turnover, and the big momentum swing back to the other side.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages where they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He leaves it with the back. Nice move there. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Offense working from the pistol. Give to the running back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. With that run, he breaks through the 3,000-yard mark for his career.
Man, that says a lot about you. When you rush for 3,000 yards in this world where it's pass happy, that you got a guy that, no, I'm going to give him touches because he's productive. Palmer, it's led to 3,000 yards now.
And that's a lot when you consider some of the injury issues they've had up front throughout his career. It doesn't matter. This guy still finds ways to make positive things happen. 3,000 yards, that's a lot for a running back.
They'll go to the ground. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains. And when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. God continues to fight for yards. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. A really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Gets it out quickly. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Back to throw. It's Fafita. He finds his man. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Here's the handoff. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Fafita. Looking for the score. Ball in the air, intercepted. The 50. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Arizona set to start this second half. They'll kick it off. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap him right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Bought a little time. Lets it go. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Makes the grab on the left. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Still looking, on the move. And he'll just get rid of that one.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
No good. Guys, a missed field goal, and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
And just not enough leg on that kick. You see it just gets knocked down by the crossbar.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Off the play fake on 1st down. Took a shot as he threw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, the ground game. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He'll run it again. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't.
He lost one down the sideline. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Oh, nice play by the offense. But listen, defensively, I gave up the big play. It's over. Short memory. Now I got to bow my neck, make a stop on this goal line stand here.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was weak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Another incompletion on third down.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to him. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
The Wildcats get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Lets it fly. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Trying to get to it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Wide out in motion. Scanning the field, it's Fafita. Makes his connection. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Arizona! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And he's going to run it back. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. On the ground, it's Owen. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Handoff to the lone back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. And the Aggies racing to the line in the hurry up. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. He's got 98 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking for a man. It's Reed. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. It's Campbell. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there, because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
They'll give it to the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. This is a designed run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The give to the tailback. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, I think this running back has proved in this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? And a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Touch pass on the run. Hard running there. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Past the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the route.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you want it.
A designed run for the quarterback. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. Back to pass, it's Reed. Fires to the middle. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is good. And after taking the lead, guys, we still have a big finish coming. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Appalachian State has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up by 34 over Coastal Carolina. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. first down for this offense. The back goes in motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll go to the fullback. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. They want that clock to run. Really nice run. Rips off 6 on the play, but it brings up a 4th and 2. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Using his feet. He cannot get there. A 4th down stop, and now, boys, we might just have a finish. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Unloads to the wideout. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they'll take a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment, or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those 1 play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here for